Let's welcome our panelists. Let's put them up on the screen tonight on the News Hour. Sudhanshu Trivedi, representing the BJP, is spokesperson and political advisor to the BJP President Rajnath Singh. Suresh Prabhu, former Union Minister for Power, Heavy Industry and Public Enterprises, Minister during the Vajpayee government, is joining us this evening. Good evening, Mr. Prabhu. I hope you can hear me there. Congress Party's Randeep Singh Surjewala is national spokesperson and senior leader. Abid Rasool Khan is chairman of the Minorities Commission from Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Mehboob Beg is joining us from the National Conference. In some time, joining into this debate will be Dr. Zafrul Islam Khan, editor of the Milli Gazette, and Syed Mehboob Madni, the person who has started this whole controversy, is joining us live from Deoband. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. You see, what happens is, Randeep Surjewala, that your entire attempt to use Modi to polarize is going to land you in big trouble. That's exactly what has happened. You could have avoided all of this had you not had the single point agenda of trying to use Narendra Modi to polarize. Because what Syed Mehboob Madni is saying today could soon turn into a chorus against you. Are you going to reevaluate your strategy of using Narendra Modi to polarize?
Let me tell you, Mr. Madni does not speak for Indian National Congress, and the Indian National Congress thought process is not founded upon an...
Oops, losing the link there. Losing the link there with Randeep Singh Surjewala. Let me put that question to... Let me put that question to Abid Rasool Khan. I have no idea whether we're getting the line back with Randeep Surjewala just yet. But yes, Abid Rasool Khan, would you like to take that? You also represent the Congress Party, don't you? Okay, Randeep Surjewala is back.
Sure.
One second. One second. Okay. We'll get him back and then we'll connect him back. Mr. Abid Rasool Khan, please continue.
Yeah, I would like to say, Arnab, that first of all, the statement of Mr. Madani that Muslims being put to fear of BJP is wrong, because the Muslims do not fear anyone except Allah. There is no other person that we are going to fear on. That is the basic upbringing and the basic tenements of Islam. Secondly, when we come to that issue, I would like to say, if the Muslims are put to fear and if that was the situation, no Muslim would have stayed back in Gujarat after the genocide that took place there. Now coming to the BJP, I would like to say that the BJP has openly said through Subramaniam Swamy that their whole concentration and efforts are to break the Muslim community into smaller groups and try to get the votes, and we have seen that. We have seen that in the burqa being bought for the meeting. We have seen that in the Muslim appeasement statements of Modi, but they are not going to be of any use to Modi. That I am making it clear on a statement. Thirdly, on the issue of Jamiat al-Ulama, Mr. Madani's statement, even I would like to put it here that the unit in Andhra Pradesh to whom I spoke do not subscribe to this view. It is a personal opinion and he is entitled to his opinion. But the Muslim community cannot be told that they are under fear of Modi, because Modi has no relevance to the community as such. He has been shown as a person who has no regard for human rights, who has no regard for the human life at all. So there is absolutely no way that any statement or any statement from any clerk can get back the Muslim community to support Modi.
I find it very surprising. You see, your tolerance level for other people who are blatantly communal is extremely high. And I find it completely hypocritical today, with the greatest of respect to you, Abid Rasool Khan, that you should be expressing such outrage. I mean, if I am not mistaken, you are representing the same party whose state government lacked the guts to act against Akbaruddin Owaisi. To act against Akbaruddin Owaisi. 1 minute, let me complete. Let me complete that there was a delay in arresting Owaisi by the Congress government in Andhra Pradesh. He made the most inflammatory speech on the 24th of December. I see a hand go up. Randeep Surjewala, I know you want to come in. He was arrested only on the 8th of January. The reason you did so, you showed extremely high levels of tolerance with Akbaruddin Owaisi at that point of time, because if I'm not mistaken, you had some relationship with him in running a civic government in Greater Hyderabad. So please, let us be clear. You are therefore in the business of encouraging some people in spooking some other people. That's all. Randeep Surjewala, do you deny it? This whole business, your entire national politics today is aimed at saying that let us keep the focus on spooking the Muslim community of India about the possible emergence and what's going to happen to them if Narendra Modi comes to power. Am I right or wrong there?
Completely wrong, Arnab, with due regards. Indian National Congress has always stood on an ideology on which this country was founded. Even then, there were two ideologies. Let me remind you and your viewers. One was that of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh and the Muslim League, and the other was of Congress. A policy of cohabitation, of secularism and of taking everybody together. Mr. Modi is a divisive figure, that's a fact. But Congress fight is not against Mr. Modi. Congress fight is against that ideology of the now depicted by the RSS and its many other avatars, which seeks to divide this country on communal lines.
I don't know. I think
its minorities, persecute its poor.
I think I would beg to disagree with you.
Said just one line
I think I would beg to disagree with.
We clearly and categorically have said repeatedly, Arnab, that we stand for a united India. Congress stands for India.
Sir, you have said
stand for minorities and its poor, and scheduled caste.
You have said that if you support Modi, you are supporting the massacre of 2002. You have said that if you invest in Gujarat, then you are supporting somebody who stands on the lives of thousands of whose edifice stands on the lives of thousands of innocent people. You have compared Narendra Modi to Adolf Hitler in the early 1930s. How can you on the Newshour tonight, Mr. Randeep Singh Surjewala, deny that there is an element of truth in what Madani is saying, that the Congress party is using Modi to whip up fears? How can you deny it? But let's go to the BJP. Let's get Sudhanshu Trivedi into the debate. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Sudhanshu Trivedi. Unfair to the Muslims itself, to the minorities itself.
Well, just because he's speaking against the Congress party doesn't mean he's unfair to his own community. I don't think that's the right statement to make. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please. Yes, please, Sudhanshu Trivedi.
To say that any community is unfair to the community and
let's assess that. Mr. Trivedi.
Exactly.
What Mr. Madani had said, it has made very clear that the allegations of who is polarizing the voters and who is creating a communal atmosphere has becoming increasingly clear. Now I would like to reply Mr. Surjewala saying that we represent a divisive ideology. He was saying that there were two divisive ideologies, one was Muslim League, other was Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. I would like to remind him that if he go back to the books written in 40s, the allegation of being a Hindu party towards Congress were much more in blatant words than what we used to against BJP today. Now, I will come to the context of this statement given by Mr. Madani. Whatever he has said, it's almost right. It is not just a matter of today. In the last 60 years, what Sachar committee is saying, it is proven that the plight of Muslims has come in to this extent in the last 66 years. Who is responsible? The 6-year rule of BJP or the 60-year rule of so-called secular parties? I am from UP. I would like to give you one example. In 1947 in UP bureaucracy, 20% Muslims were there. Now they are less than 2%. Who is responsible? The 6 years rule of BJP or the 60 years rule of so-called secular parties? And now I will give a latest example. In 2012 and 13, the minority ministry is unable to spend the 30% of the fund. 970 crores has been returned back, and there are 5 schemes in which not even a single rupee was distributed. It means there is a consistent approach to just create fear psychosis and not to do the real welfare of the minorities.
You're selectively, do you think Mr. Trivedi as a counter tonight?
Completely,
do you think, Mr. Trivedi, I have one question for you. Do you think, Mr. Trivedi, that you are being very selective in looking at what Madani has said? If you like Madani, if you respect what he said, if you believe the Congress party should go by what he said, I have just one question for you. The same Madani says Narendra Modi should apologize for the 2002 riots. Am I right or wrong?
Not here in the defense of what Madani is saying. I am saying whatever he has said. Look at my statement. I said it is coming from last 66 years. It is not the matter of today. It is a consistent policy, methodology of Congress party to create a fear psychosis, divide and rule, for which they have gone successful. On the other hand, on the issue of the anti-Sikh riots, BJP never tried to create a divide between Hindus and Sikhs. That's why the Sikhs have started voting for Congress party. But they have always tried to create a fear in the Muslims and to create a divide within.
The Sikh community has voted for Congress consistently because they have faith in the Indian National Congress, unlike your party, who steadfastly not only demolished the masjid but also was also responsible for massacre of 3,000 Muslims, sir.
Dr. Mehboob
And
Beg.
you forget that very conveniently.
Dr.
And you
Mehboob
also,
Beg.
sir, forget very conveniently.
No, Dr. Mehboob Beg.
Constituted the minority ministry.
Dr.
We
Mehboob
brought
Beg.
Such a report.
No,
And
Dr.
we are the ones who are implementing that report. This is the Indian National Congress.
First of all, Dr. Mehboob Beg of the National Conference, are you in agreement with Madni or disagreement with Madni? Are you in agreement with Madni or disagreement? Can I have a short response on that?
No, why short? Why short? Arnab, allow me to say what I want to say, because...
Are you in agreement or disagreement with Madni?
To hear my views on the subject. And just hear me out for a second, please. Hear me out. Who is putting fear, which party is putting fear into the minority? That's the question. That's the subject. Narendra Modi, day in and day out, he says he's very clear and categoric about it. He does it. He polarizes the entire society, and he never hesitates to do it. Look here, he has never apologized for the massacre of 2002. And not only that, when he was asked once, he was given an opportunity, and what did he say? He, come on, for heaven's sake, what did he say? Do you remember that puppy remark of Narendra Modi? Do you remember that? How obnoxious that remark was? Comparing a human being with a
Suresh
puppy?
Prabhu.
Come on, who is doing it?
Suresh Prabhu.
Who is doing all this?
Suresh,
and not only that,
no,
he never misses an opportunity to criticize and haunt a minority community, whether it is burqa, secularism, burqa, whether it is media, he doesn't miss an opportunity.
One sec. We are seeing a couple of hands go up there. I want to get Suresh Prabhu into the debate, but after that I have a question there for Mehboob Beg, because I believe, Mr. Mehboob Beg, that you're also being extremely hypocritical in the line that you're taking there. But I'll tell you why, with the utmost of respect, I feel that you are taking a position. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Don't respond.
Allow me to respond to that as well.
No, I will allow you after I establish why I am making a strong comment like that.
Because you have said I am hypocritical. That's an allegation.
So you
will have to allow me to...
Yes, but I have prefaced it. I have prefaced it by saying that with the utmost of respect, I believe that the stand you have taken is hypocritical. I am not saying that you are a hypocrite.
No,
I am not saying that you are a hypocrite.
To my viewers, please.
No, you don't put words in my mouth. I have not said that you are a hypocrite. I have said, with the utmost of respect to you, Mehboob Beg, the stand you have taken is hypocritical. Because I want the same secular Mehboob Beg. I want the same. I want the same secular Mehboob Beg. I want the same secular Mehboob Beg to tell me why his party becomes spineless when it comes with dealing with elements, anti-India elements, like Syed Ali Shah Gilani, who says one of his 3-point targets is to impose an Islamic nizam and Islamic jurisprudence in Kashmir. I want to know why Mehboob Beg, the secular Mehboob Beg, becomes spineless when he says against Asia Andrabi, who says young Muslim girls have lost their identity of Islam and are presenting the look of a Bollywood actress, but not Fatima and Aisha. I want to know why a secular Mehboob Beg cannot speak against these people
allow me to respond now.
who are responsible for the radicalization of your own state.
Allow me to respond. Which party is doing it? It's my party, Jammu Kashmir National Conference. Don't lecture me on nationalism, for heaven's sake. Have a look at the history. It was our undisputed leader, Sheikh Abdullah, who opted for a secular democratic India. It was nobody else. Please don't lecture.
I am asking you about Mr. Syed Ali Shah Gilani.
Please.
I am asking you about Mr. Syed Ali Shah Gilani and why you feel you have to be helpless in the face of these separatists who are spreading who are radicalizing your own state.
Who is taking him on politically? It is my party.
Where are you taking him on politically? You are treating him with absolute kid gloves, sir, if I may be allowed to say. You are allowing him to set the agenda for you.
How you
especially on the eve of an election.
That's your conclusion. That's the problem, Arnab. That's the problem. You have drawn the conclusions. You have given a verdict. You have sat in the judgment. That's the problem.
The question tonight is of polarizing.
It's my party, definitely.
The question tonight is of polarizing, and I put that question. Sir, you have every right to attack me.
Has always acted as a bridge between the state and the union.
Sir, the bridge between the state and the union is essential. It is built and it is strong. With great respect to you, it does not need a political party to build a bridge between the state and the center. That
Of course
that
it
is a
does.
bridge. That is a bridge which is
It does.
strong
Please
and
look
has
at-
remains
look
its
at the
independence.
history, Kashmir
Abdullah
history,
family,
please.
the Abdullah family is
Please
not
don't
doing the
have
country a
bias,
favor.
don't have bias and prejudice about Kashmir history, please, for heaven's sake.
Sir, I know
Let
enough
the
about
entire
Kashmir
country
history,
know
but we are
the
not discussing Kashmir history tonight. Suresh Prabhu,
That's what.
do you believe?
Yeah.
Why do you
Yes,
believe?
yes.
Why do you believe this Maulana Madni has suddenly woken up and said this about the Congress party?
See, this is something which is a realization in the minds of all the Muslim community that they have been taken for a colossal ride over a period of time, and they have been made to be like the voters only at the time of elections and being used and abused over a period of time. Their economic plight is worse than that of many, many people, and therefore they feel that this is a time to really wake up to reality, that who is responsible for this. If you really look at it, very recently there was a food security law which was passed with the parliament, and we suddenly say there are about 80 crore people in India which are poor. So all the time the government was saying the poverty is getting reduced, and suddenly now you find a number of poor increasing. What does it mean?